And as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King, and I'm delighted to be here once again at the RTV Marbella studios, but particularly as this is my 300th week of programs, which is like 1,500 shows, 6 years, and so it's a real honor to still be here and to have you still watching the program. Also very honored to have the collaboration with CIT Marbella. It's a business networking association, very connected with all the Spanish companies and very helpful for us internationals. They really know what's going on and they do a lot to support their members, such as have them come to my program once a week so we can find out what they do. Such is the case with Aqua Purif, and we've got Jose Carlos.
Yes.
Yes, these double-barreled first names
Yeah,
are very confusing for us poor English people. So, welcome to the program, Jose Carlos.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted.
So, before we get into the business, the product, can I just, as I've never met you before, a bit about yourself? Are you Spanish from Marbella, or what's your story?
Well, I'm from Macharavillaya. It's a very little village in Malaga, in La Xarquía. I'm a mechanical engineer, master in water treatment engineering, and master in project management. And I'm a project management in Aqua Purif.
So when you were at school as a little boy, this is what you had in your mind, I'm going to be an engineer. Did you always know that you liked that kind of aspect?
Well, actually, I never mind that I was involved in the water treatment, but I always want to be an engineer and to improve the things, to improve the people's life, and I'm making that.
Well, actually, it's funny because we've had on the program, we talked with the Rotary Guadalmina and Plastic Soup. Angela Lafferty is like my team captain for United Nationalities for Sustainability, and she's part of Refill Marbella. I'm always asking her about purifiers because she encourages drinking tap water, but I see all that lime scale in my kettle.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking, if that's in my kettle, what's going to get that out my kidneys and body? So water purifiers, I think, in today's day, although a lot of people encourage tap water, I believe that an extra purifying stage could be recommended. Take it from there.
Yes, thank you. Well, I think that the municipal water, it's okay, but a lot of people want to improve their water because in Marbella, for example, and all the Malaga's coast, we have a lot of calcium and magnesium in the water. It's hard water, and we have a lot of problems with our appliances, like dishwasher, washing machine, etc. And we need to remove and to change these appliances every 2 or 3 years.
Well, actually, just last week, I had to get them to come to the boiler in the house because we didn't have enough quantity of water to match the size of the boiler, and they took out sacks, literally sacks of limescale.
Yes, this is one of the problems of the calcium and magnesium in the water, and you have hard water. And in Aqua Purif, for example, we have different kind of substance, and you can avoid this kind of problem, and you see a very clear and purified water.
So when you say for all systems, do you have little bottles, do you have jugs, is it industrial machines to be able to put water into the boiler? What kind of range do you offer? What do you recommend?
Well, actually, we have a huge amount of types. We have everything, because we have a very big industry for hospital, for hotels, for restaurant, a college, school, etc. And of course, too, for the regular homes. For your home, for example, we have a reverse osmosis system to purify the water in the sink, for example, to drink, to cook, etc. And we have a water softener to get safety in your pipes, in your appliances.
Sounds really good. What is the treatment that you apply to the water that makes Aqua Purif so unique, that makes it your properties of your products are much better?
Actually, I think the best thing that is different from Aqua Purif is we have manufacture we are the installer and we are the technical service. We are an integral service. We manage everything of the installation, and you avoid everything. You don't need to get worried about anything, and you are absolutely security and tranquility with your equipment. If you have any inconvenience, you can call us, and we have specialist technicians that have every certification and a lot of experience.
Is the head office based here in Marbella? Are you local?
Well, actually, we have service in all Andalusia and in Catalonia too. And our main office is in Malaga, but we have service in Marbella, Estepona, and until all Andalusia.
So you're actively growing your client base of either selling home use little purifiers to these industrial
Yes,
purifiers.
our company started in 1999 and in a garage with little machines and only for homes. But then we improve our system, our technician, etc., and we goes to every place. Every water, we have a solution for that.
Water is obviously fundamental for life,
Yes.
but also the more I understand and have studied water, water is alive.
Yes.
It's an information carrier, it's like a USB of information, and the ingredients, it lives. A lot of people are worried that when you filter water that it kills the water, that it doesn't have that life. Do you have any information about that aspect?
Well, some people maybe doesn't know exactly what it's do, the filters. The filters, for example, could remove the chlorine, that is dangerous and it smells, and etc. And we have machines that filter this water, is absolutely clean, but we don't kill the water. We have a regulation, and you have, for example, 50 grams per liter in the water, and it's soft water, but it's not like batteries water, etc. Or for
It's still got its life in it.
Yes,
still
it's
got
life.
all its
It's not 0% of salinity that is bad for the health.
So the clients are obviously everyone and anyone.
Yes.
Is it economically viable for big, say for schools and hotels and hospitals to introduce the systems because they might not get the visible, tangible results that you know
Yes,
they're
yes.
going to benefit, but it's hard to sell the unseen benefit?
Yes, sometimes, but the people is changing their mind, because if you have, for example, in a school you have plastic bottles, this has a very bad impact in the environmental. And with reverse osmosis, you can reduce that, because you don't need to transport, you don't need to storage, and it's more comfortable. And if you do the numbers, you save money in very short time.
And obviously, as far as the environment goes, if you're not buying plastic bottles in the house or in the hotel or in the hospital all the time because you've got good on-tap drinkable water, it makes sense.
Yes, we have a target that says that drink water without the trace, and is our main target, and we are waiting for the people to avoid the plastic and don't use plastics, use a cup or use a bottle that is not from plastic. And
Do you collaborate with any of the local associations like the Mimawanas or the Plastic Free Seas or Refill Marbella that's promoting restaurants to offer refill water bottles to athletes? Have you started any of those connections?
well, actually, at yet not. We are not in this at the moment, but it's very interesting. We
Okay,
are,
I will send you the list of
Well,
people that
please,
you need to
please.
be speaking to.
Yes.
Because no, when you've got people who are also promoting the non-use plastic, it's nice
Yes.
that they know that there are alternatives they
Yes,
can suggest
we agree that.
to
yes.
resolve why they're using the
I
plastic in the first place. Okay, I have to make a note of that.
Yes.
Pass on the information. Well, it really is fascinating. My mum always filters water, always has done. And I remember laughing at her, why are you putting in the filter to put it in the kettle? But it does make sense when you see the amount of limescale that
Yes,
accumulates.
the lime scale is one of the big problem for not only for home, for communities. We install equipment for communities, and we have a lot of problem in the water, and we can improve. Our target is that, to improve the water, and we have very different kind of equipment. We have to recently very luxury equipment that is purify the water of the entire home. It's the best option that we have, and we are the only company in Malaga that offer that.
Can I ask just a question? What could that more or less cost? What kind of cost are we looking at to be everything purified? Bathtubs and calderas, everything?
Well, it depends a lot because
the size of your house.
Yes, yes, of course. And we send a technician, and we prepare an inform for the client. We measure the water because it depends of the place of your home, and we in the engineering department make a proposal and we study and etc. And it depends a lot.
But you are available for anyone can contact you, whether
Yes,
it's a one-bedroom apartment or it's a 50-bedroom villa.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Everybody can improve their water with us.
Oh, it makes sense because water is 80% at least of the body. We're made up of is water, so it really does make sense to make sure the quality of that water is as optimal as possible.
Yes, for example, with electricity, everybody have appliances in their homes, and you have the street electricity and you have a distribution panel to protect your home. But in the water, you have the inlet of the water and you don't have any protection for your home.
Well, I think most people assume that the quality of the water coming in is okay, which it is.
Yes.
Our water is very good, but
Yes,
when you
yes.
have the hardness of the water,
Yes,
I see what it does to the kettle and the boiler. What's it doing to my organs? It must be
Yes,
doing the same.
The municipal have the main qualities, it's okay, but it's not perfect. And to have a perfect water, we have Aquapurif.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, God, it's really fascinating stuff. How do we get your things? Can we buy online? Do we have to go to a shop? What's the way of getting in contact with you if you want just a basic filter?
Yes.
Or
Well, they can call us and our number and our webpage, aquapurif.com, or our email. For example, my direct email is project@aquapurif.com for industrial things. And we'll attend with our special technician, comes to your homes and give you the best option for your necessities.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Fascinating. Really important. It's important to drink the right amount of water. You don't want too much either, but it's important to drink water, particularly in a hot country like this, because we dehydrate, and often you get a headache and you feel a bit confused. It's probably dehydration. Start with good glass of water, and if it's purified by Aquapurif, they're going to be ever so delighted. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very much. Well, I have a gift for you. That
Oh,
it is a bottle. Drink water without a trace.
without leaving a mark. That's perfect.
Yes.
Angela, I've got my water bottle. Refill Marbella, viva, and also
Wow.
Aquapurif. No, because it is the end of the day. We're all looking towards
Yeah.
the same objective. Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias.
Well,
Regalito.
you're welcome.
Program 300 and gifts. So exciting. We're going now to just a quick break. Message from Linea Directa. They are the program sponsors and have been now for 6 years. Very grateful for that too. They're also giving us free taxi up to 4 times a month if you have a NIE and live in the province of Malaga and you've had one too many to drink of an evening. They'll even take your car and motorbike home in a tow truck rather than have us drink and drive. Also on that issue, we've got free soft drinks for the Zero Heroes. The designated drivers in all our Zero Hero venues. Go to zerohero.es for full listings, but here are some messages from some of them. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, hey.
A big thank you to Anita Norjay for setting up my next interview. We're going to be welcoming via Zoom Margaret of Tim's, which is a fabulous choir. I met Margaret previously, just before lockdown, I think, in the Guadalpine Banús a whole year ago. Margaret, good afternoon. How lovely to see you again, even if it is virtually.
Thank you, Nicole. Lovely to see you. And yes, it was just over a year ago, wasn't it? And just before lockdown.
How curious. Who would have thought when we were last together that within days the world would have changed so dramatically?
I know. I was going on about the concerts that we were planning and the concerts that were already booked and that we were rehearsing for. And of course, they never happened.
How was this period for you, Margaret? I mean, have you been able to see family? Were you in lockdown alone? What was your situation like?
Well, I was in lockdown alone because I live alone, but my daughter was able to come down once a week, do my shopping for me, and bring it and leave it at the door. And then I would stand on the little balcony of the spare bedroom, and she would stand out in the car park, and we'd have a short natter. She came down under the guise of looking after her aged parent, you see. So I was able to see her, but obviously nobody else for a long time, as you know.
And did the choir manage to meet up at all and practice, even if it was virtually via Zoom or other similar?
No, we decided not to. For one thing, a lot of our people were not really particularly happy with Zoom. You know, they hadn't ever used it. Well, I hadn't at all. But also there are problems with singing with Zoom, because you can't get people singing together. Everyone's got to sort of sing individually, and you've got to switch them on and off, as far as I understand. And then if you want to put anything out all together, somebody's got to put it all together into one concert, you know, and I'm not capable of doing that. And also, you know, we didn't actually try to meet at all, because we have a lot of older members in our choir, and both Jilly, our president, and I were very concerned that everyone should stay safe. And so we haven't met at all. We haven't sung at all. We've stuck to all the rules. And we're just hoping that someday, maybe in September, we may be able to start again.
So that is the view at the moment, waiting until basically September to revisit the situation?
Well, I think so, because we always finish at the end of May anyway, because of the heat of the summer. We normally do concerts in December, and then we do concerts during March, and then and occasionally the odd one after that. But we finish at the end of May and have the whole summer off. And of course, you know, now we can't meet, we can't sing. We don't want to meet, and we don't want to just 3 or 4 of us get together and sing in masks. There's really not a lot of point of that, and nobody wants to sing in a mask anyway. And we can't rehearse outdoors, and we are an acoustic choir, so we need our piano. It's just, there's too many problems. And also, Gilly and I feel very strongly. We're both waiting for our vaccinations and hoping. And a lot of our choir we'd rather everyone in the choir were vaccinated, really, before we start up again. But
well, it's very sad that you won't be doing all those wonderful events that you had programmed. Do you at least compensate? Are you like a home singer? Do you sing in the tub and the shower, and while you're doing the vacuuming, do you compensate that way?
You know, I've never been like that, Nicole. It's very strange. Nobody can understand it. I've been a professional singer all my life, but I have never, ever sung either in the shower or around the house. It is strange, I know.
Unless they're paying you, you're not interested. I like your style.
As I always say to my daughter, who's also a singer on the coast, I say, you have the pound sign in front of you, darling, you know, whatever the event is. No, that's very cynical, isn't it? I love singing, but to me, I suppose it's a job. And if you're doing it all day long, or teaching all day long, as I was for a lot of my life, you kind of don't feel that urge to get in the shower and sing.
Do you give any lessons at the moment?
No, when I moved over here, I decided that the end of my teaching career had come, because I live in a flat, an apartment, so I can't really teach here. And I thought, let's start a completely new retirement. And then, of course, I took the choir on. So I kind of get the joy of teaching to a certain extent, and the joy of doing the concerts. Well, I normally do. I don't this year, obviously, but and I haven't taught since.
Well, you're just going to have to enjoy your retirement and relax. That's all there is for it.
I think that's what we've been doing, haven't we? I've done more housework than I normally do, I'll say that.
Well, Margaret, it's been lovely to touch base with you again. Lovely to see your face, and I look forward hopefully very soon to seeing you in person, and more so hearing you guys sing.
Good. Well, we hope so too. I've got my program. I had my program all ready for last spring, and I haven't been able to do it even this spring. I had my Christmas program all organised, and then, of course, that didn't get used either. So we're ready to go when we can start again.
I will look forward to it very much. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and congratulations on working Zoom.
Thank you very much. My daughter helped me, I must assure you. Anyway, lovely to talk to you, Nicole.
You too. Take care, Margot. Hasta pronto.
I will. Bye-bye.
Hey, hey.
Judy and John are getting along famously. They have so much in common, which now includes both being too tipsy to drive home.
Oh, John, you can't drive home like that. Neither can I.
John looks worried, but not our Judy. She simply calls Linear Director for a free taxi and a tow truck to take her and her car home. Call Linear Director on 952 14 78 34 to see how they can better your life too. Judy likes to consider herself a clever young woman, which is why she thought very carefully before choosing her insurance company. Now that she needs it, she's jolly glad she chose Linear Director, as it looks as if she might have something better to do. Why don't you be clever, like Judy? Call Linear Director on 952 14 78 34 and see which policy is best for you.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Clara are proud to present Zero to Hero. Never drink and drive.
Maltese is proud to be a Zero Hero partner.
Out of bounds, Zero Hero partners.
Here we are, going on, delighted to welcome everybody and to be part of the Zero Hero campaign. Delighted.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, welcome to our house and all the dogs and the garden where they play. Hi, Mummy.
Well, as always, I can see you've got a nice big family of animals here. A nice assortment. Who's this one?
This is Cassie. She is going to Germany. She's been here since she was a baby. And she's been adopted. She's going to Germany in April. Her bigger sister is walking there. And she's going to Belgium in April.
Aren't you going to miss them when they go?
Of course, I always miss them. But then we're new ones that come. And the hands are always full with other ones. So yeah, I miss them for a day. And then there's other ones to love and to take care of.
How many dogs do you have here at the moment?
At the moment, I have 6. And there's 2 of them leaving. And the other 4 are basically ours. Because we have, of course, Goofy, which you will see walking around. That's the 15-year-old one, blind and deaf. And I couldn't leave her at AAA because I'm sure she will never be adopted. And there she would have to be on a chain. And here she found her way, or he found his way, and he's walking around and he's very happy.
And
So
how's Pasha?
Pasha's running around. You'll
Let's go
probably
see if
her.
we can find her.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate.
Okay, we have a whole procession here. Who's this one?
This is the new one. This is the mother of the 2 puppies. And she had 6. We had 6 of her. The other 4 have been adopted. And she's attached herself to us. And it's Mocha.
Hello, Mocha.
And she's very... And this is Pasha, of course.
It's amazing to see her running around. I mean,
yes.
She couldn't move, she couldn't walk, and then with her wheelchair, and now...
Yeah. Come on, Pasha, you can go on the stairs.
Unbelievable. Well done, Lily.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, doing the therapy and physiotherapy, all the trips, the journeys to Malaga, to the vets.
Yeah. With Pasha, it was a lot of work. It was months going at least 5 times a week to Blue Care here in Cala de Mijas, and every day for physiotherapy. Then, of course, I did massage and laser treatment and electro treatment at home in the morning, and in the evening I would go there. So yeah, she received a lot of care, but it paid off.
It certainly does. It's nice that you care. I can see behind us we've got the cattery in your own house. This isn't even AAA. You're just a volunteer for AAA, but
yes.
You've got, as you have the space. So what goes on in the cattery?
Well, there's the little garden house, and that has about 7 or 8 little beds in there for the street cats. They come and eat and drink, and they have their own wild garden here, so they can sleep and be in the shadow and just be safe, because of course we cannot touch them or anything.
Lily, how many dogs and cats roughly are there at the Animal Rescue Centre right now?
Well, amazingly enough, at the moment we don't have all that many as we normally do. We have usually around 400 or 500. At the moment it's anywhere between 250 and 300. We've had some transports to Germany, some to Holland and Finland, mostly to Germany for cats and dogs. Cats we still have a lot, about 300 cats, and the dogs between 250, 300, so it's still around 600 animals in total. We have the workers, of course. They clean all day long. They check the dogs, make sure that they are in the right cages, because not all dogs can be together. We have some of the dogs that are need training, because they've been used for different things in different homes, and they have to be alone. So luckily we have a little bit of extra space. The dogs that need to be alone can be alone.
List off the ways we can help.
Become part of the virtual adoption program or the sponsor program. That is that you choose a dog or a cat you'd like that appeals to you, and you sponsor that one with a monthly fee, and you'll get a kind of an adoption certificate. You can get a picture of the dog and the cat. It becomes a little bit your dog and cat. It's a little bit more personal. Other than that, you can become a friend of AAA from €5 a month and up, of course. The monthly fees are helping a tremendous amount. Other than that, if people cannot afford to become a member or a friend, we are always open for cleaning materials, loads of bleach. We use liters and liters and liters of bleach, of course, because of the cleaning. We use mops, brooms, window cleaners, toilet paper, office supplies, all that kind of stuff. At the moment we're pretty okay with towels and sheets, but normally, you know, if you have them, of course they're always welcome, because they go in the baskets and they go on the floors.
So washing powder as well must be
yes, we
a
have
big
now.
spendage.
We have luckily been donated to washing machines, which is great. We have an industrial washing machine, and of course we need at the moment a dryer for the cat house, because of course the cat house also needs to do a lot of washing, a lot of cleaning, because you know how cats can smell. And when you come in our cat hotel, what I always call cat hotel, in the cat house, you will smell it nicely clean. And that is because they're cleaning all day, they're washing, and the dryer has broken. So if anybody has an extra dryer, we could use it. And other than that, yes, the washing powder or the washing pods, which is easier, and any of that type of cleaning stuff, and adoptions. Again, because of the whole situation with the COVID, we are not officially open to the public, but we can receive people when they have an appointment. So when you want to adopt, go to the website, choose a few of the dogs that appeal to you, and then there is an email address. You'll just send us an email, and the girl who's dealing with that will send you an invitation and then the time to come and visit, and then you can see the dogs and see if it clicks and continue with the adoption process that way. Bye-bye, Nicole. Thank you for the visit. Good of you to come all the way out here to see what we're doing with the doggies at home.
There's good old Tom in the background.
I couldn't do it without him.
Well, that's it for another day. Thank you so much for joining me for another Marbella Now. If you want to watch recordings of the show, you can do from my website, nicoleking.es. That has links to the TV, our Radio Television Marbella website with the recordings of the show. Also to the Zero Hero website with full listings of our Zero Hero partners offering free soft drinks for designated drivers. And also the Euro Weekly with my Marbella Moments column. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Hasta mañana.